Wat 'n ongelooflike voorreg om hier in jou ateljee te sit. Vir die luisteraars wil ons ook net sê dis August House waarvan ek in my lewe nog nooit eers gehoor het nie, maar dis 'n fenominale kunstenaarsparadys hier in die middel van Johannesburg.
It's a wonderful secret, somewhat well kept, and I'm sure that secret's out, and there's an amazing number of artists working here. And yeah, been here for about 7 years. It's close to Maboneng, but it's just on the other side of the bridge, so it's kind of the slightly less gentrified side of the city. Yeah.
Ons sit nou hier in jou ateljee. Jy is tans besig met 'n uitstalling wat die 19de November open. Kom ons gesels oor jou. Waar is jy gebore? Vertel my van jou ouers. Is jy die enigste kind?
Well, I was born on Phoenix Colliery coal mine in Witbank, just north of Witbank. My father was a mine manager working on the mines, and my first couple of years was spent up in the Witbank area. And then my parents moved to Joburg. My father got an office job, and I grew up most of my childhood and my adult life has been spent in Halfway House, on a small holding, on a plot. So I've done all my life has been commuting from either Joburg to Halfway House or Pretoria to Halfway House or all over the world to Halfway House. I'm an only child. I've got a half sister who's a lot older than me. She was out of the house when I was born. So I kind of grew up as an only child on a small holding, drawing my life, inventing my world by drawing pictures. And I think that's where the drawing background came from. It was before the days of, games, gaming and whatever it is. So you just drew your entire life and you invented your world. Something that I think was actually quite a luxury that I had. That very carefree life of living in the veld and just drawing pictures.
So het jy van kleins af geweet dat dit is wat jy wil doen vir 'n lewe?
I never thought I'd get away with it. It's what I was allowed to do if I'd done my homework.
Oh.
If you understand, I had fairly strict parents, and it was maths and science and biology, mainline, because I needed to get a real job out there in the world. My father wanted me to be a dentist, and I nearly landed up in that. My maths marks put me back for getting into dentistry 1, and I had to pick up an extra year's mathematics to raise my maths marks. And while I was doing that, I did fine arts. He said, well, you can't take a year off just doing maths. And I did fine arts, and yeah, I never went back to dentistry. Otherwise, well, my world would be very different. Yeah.
Jou ouers, was hulle ondersteunend toe jy besluit het dit is wat jy wil doen vir 'n lewe?
My father never really took it seriously. Well, my father died while I was studying. Otherwise, he died of the kidney disease that I have. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure I probably would have had to become a dentist. He was quite a sort of firm, strict person. My mum was always very supportive. But it was always something that not that I didn't take it seriously, it was my escape route. So the real world was working hard and doing, all the academic stuff. And if you had a break, you got to draw. And something that I've always considered myself incredibly lucky, that what I did for fun, for pleasure, is what I got away with doing for the rest of my life. Drawing was something you were allowed to do when you'd done your work. And now drawing is what I do. It's almost not taking, it's almost sometimes you want to pinch yourself because you're still being allowed to draw pictures. Yeah.
Jou lewensmaat, Gordon Fraud, is self 'n kunstenaar. Hoe het julle twee se paai gekruis?
We were students together at Wits. And for the first 3.5 years, I was a fairly hard-working student. I'm a fairly hard-working person. I almost didn't notice him. He was just someone else who was there, and I was working. It was only the end of 4th year. It was like, oh, look, there's an interesting person. And yeah, we've been together since 4th year. That's a good 26 or 27 years. Long time.
Hoe werk julle? Sal jy hom inroep en sê, kyk na my werk, wat dink jy hiervan? En hy self te andersom, of?
Yes, to an extent. I mean, Gordon used to be in August House. He had a studio here as well, and he moved out when the building went under new management. But we still give each other feedback. We'll go to openings and their support. But I think the reason why we've managed to maintain this relationship for such an extended period of time is we both have very separate lives. When you see each other, it's special. So you don't live in somebody else's back pocket. Our work process is very different. Not just the medium. He's a sculptor. I'm a drawer. But he's someone who's quite relaxed and he works quite consistently. And I'm a bit of a stress bunny. I really am. I'm one of these people that only starts functioning when everyone else is going, well, you're finished. You can't do this in that time. And it's only then that adrenaline kicks in and I work. And I think I'd drive him stark raving mad. We could not work in the same space. It just could not work. But on other levels, that's the amazing thing. It does work. But we just have two fairly separate studio lives. Yeah.